Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're exploring the remarkable saga of the Dutch East India Company, once the richest company the world had ever known. How did a trading company come to wield such power and influence? Stay tuned to find out. In the heart of Amsterdam, among the iconic narrow buildings and intricate canals, lie streets with names that resonate with the echoes of a distant era. Streets like Bali Straat and Sumatra Straat in the city's eastern district not only reflect the city's architectural charm, but also hint at a history intertwined with the faraway East Indies. This narrative began around 400 years ago when the ambitious Dutch East India Company, known as VOC, was founded. Initially established as a formidable force in global trade, the VOC was not just a commercial enterprise. It was a powerhouse that operated with its own army, governed vast territories, and even had the authority to mint its own currency. This company's story starts in an age of fierce competition and the dire need for maritime power, setting the stage for the Netherlands to dominate the spice routes and exert influence across continents. Before Amsterdam ascended as a global trading hub, the vibrant cities of Bruges and Antwerp were the epicenters of European commerce, bustling with activity and attracting merchants from far and wide. Among these were the Portuguese, who had pioneered the lucrative spice trade routes during the 1500s. The formation of the Dutch East India Company, or VOC, was not merely an economic venture, but a strategic necessity born out of geopolitical and religious conflicts. As the Netherlands chafed under Spanish rule, which included a dynastic union with Portugal, Dutch merchants found themselves excluded from the flourishing spice trade. This exclusion, coupled with the burgeoning desire for religious and political freedom, fueled the Dutch revolt. It was in this context of rivalry and the urgent need for independent trade channels that the VOC was established, aiming to break the Portuguese monopoly and assert Dutch dominance in global trade. This ambitious enterprise quickly evolved, deploying fleets that would navigate perilous waters to establish a Dutch foothold in the Indonesian archipelago, setting the stage for centuries of trade dominance. The Dutch East India Company, or VOC, quickly rose from a fledgling enterprise into a formidable global power. Within just a few decades, it established a near monopoly on the lucrative spice trade from the Indonesian archipelago, turning spices like nutmeg, cloves, and pepper into gold. But the VOC was much more than a trading company. It wielded enormous power, similar to that of a modern sovereign state. It had the authority to wage wars, imprison and execute convicts, negotiate treaties, and even mint its own coins. Its ships not only carried spices, but also served as floating fortresses, projecting Dutch power across the seas. The VOC's administrative structure was vast, with a sophisticated governance system that included a central office in the Netherlands and various operational centers throughout Asia. Its commercial strategies were aggressive and innovative, involving both fierce militaristic expansions into territories like Ceylon and the Malabar coast, and strategic alliances with local rulers. This blend of mercantile acumen and brute force allowed the VOC to dominate trade routes and reshape international trade dynamics profoundly, setting precedents for how modern corporations operate. As the VOC expanded its reach, it navigated through a myriad of formidable challenges. The unpredictable and often treacherous seas of the East Indies were just the beginning. The Dutch merchants also encountered fierce resistance from local rulers and established European powers, particularly the Portuguese and later the English, who were not keen on relinquishing their share of the spice trade. Despite these obstacles, the VOC's strategic acumen shone through. It adeptly established strategic trading posts and fortifications across Asia, from the spice-rich Maluku Islands to the bustling ports of Japan. Each location not only served as a vital node in its commercial network, but also as a point of cultural and technological exchange. The company also pioneered significant maritime explorations, charting new territories and expanding the European understanding of the world. These explorations included hiring navigators like Henry Hudson, who sought new passages to Asia, but instead laid the groundwork for Dutch claims in North America. Through these bold ventures, the VOC didn't just navigate challenges, it transformed them into opportunities, securing its legacy as a catalyst for an interconnected global economy. However, the VOC's initial success was not destined to endure. As the 17th century waned, several formidable challenges began to surface. The English East India Company emerged as a significant competitor, bringing with it intense rivalry that strained the VOC's control over the spice markets. This competition was exacerbated by internal corruption within the VOC's ranks, mismanagement, and a cumbersome administrative structure that struggled to adapt to the rapidly changing global trade environment. Additionally, there was a noticeable shift in European consumer preferences, moving from traditional spices to new luxuries like tea, coffee, and textiles from India and China. The VOC found itself ill-prepared to pivot its trade focus swiftly, leading to a gradual decline in profits. Furthermore, the company faced logistical and financial burdens from maintaining its extensive network of outposts and fleets, which were necessary but increasingly costly. These issues compounded over time, eroding the once unassailable influence and profitability of the VOC, setting the stage for its eventual decline in the face of relentless external pressures and internal frailties. By the late 18th century, the once dominant Dutch East India Company was but a shadow of its former self. Racked by financial instability and operational inefficiencies, the company could no longer sustain its expansive network or influence. The onset of the Fourth Anglo-Dutch War in the 1780s dealt the fatal blow. This conflict saw the British Royal Navy dominate the seas, capturing VOC ships, seizing their valuable cargoes, and occupying its strategic outposts across Asia and Africa. These military defeats and the subsequent loss of vital trade routes critically undermined the VOC's financial foundations. By the war's conclusion in 1784, the Dutch were financially devastated, and the VOC found itself irreparably damaged, unable to recover or secure further loans. The final act came on March 1, 1796, when the once mighty VOC was formally nationalized by the Batavian Republic, marking the end of almost 2 centuries of commercial dominance. The dissolution of the world's first multinational corporation, which had once commanded armies, established colonies, and reshaped global trade, was not just the end of a company, but the close of a significant chapter in world history. The tumultuous story of the Dutch East India Company illustrates the cyclical nature of power and wealth, showcasing how even the mightiest entities can rise to unprecedented heights and then fall into oblivion. The VOC not only played a pivotal role in shaping the economic and political landscapes of the Netherlands, but also left an indelible mark on global trade and international relations. Its strategies and structures laid foundational aspects of modern corporate governance and global business practices, influencing countless future enterprises. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities and transient nature of power within the intricate tapestry of history. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for our next deep dives into history and business and whatever else we're curious about. We look forward to bringing more enlightening stories to your screen. See you in the next video.